Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh, and this is going to be a different video. New tact, new direction. It's time to get serious. Now, I'll tell you all about it in a minute. This one here, Heather Hudson. She made me cookies and all these delicious treats. I met her in real life. She's a great lady. Heather Hudson, this one's for you if you get it. Whatever you want from the store. Oh, I get another one? Oh, you get another one. Oh my God. Oh, you get another one. Nope. Sorry. Let's get to it. You guys have seen my other channel. It's called the Dad Challenge channel. You want to head over there and subscribe to that. You want to head over to the Rumble and subscribe to that, because I'm definitely going to be porting this channel over to Rumble, and I'm going to be probably doing a lot of Twitch streaming going forward, other avenues other than YouTube, for a few reasons. And I'll stay on this platform until they remove me, because I'm going to get removed for sure, 100%. But until that happens, I've decided to kind of change tact a little bit. And, you know, I've heard some dissenters and all that stuff. And, you know, I'm listening to people in my comment section, people I trust and all that stuff. I'm not changing my tactics like all over. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do the things I'm going to do. I'm going to do the snark channel. I'm going to do the snarky stuff against Micah and all the other family vloggers. I'm not going to stop doing that. And because I think half the reason you guys are all here is because I did those things. And a lot of you are here for that. And then I started talking about the serious things and I started boosting. So, on the Dad Challenge channel is where I'm going to place those less than serious items. The funny things, the jokes, whatever, the vitriol, the, you know, the snarky videos where I tear down their videos, because I don't really care if that one gets struck and canceled. You know, and here's why I've changed my mind. Because, you know, as it shifts and everybody makes hate videos about me, I have to take into consideration, why are people making hate videos about me? Because they hate me? No, I don't think so. They hate my methods? Probably. They've said that. And again, I want to reiterate this because there's a stupid, dumb narrative going around that if you're against me, that you're for a child exploitation. Let's put it to rest right here. YouTube BX, listen to me. Watch my eyes. If you're against me, you know you're not for child exploitation. I will never say that, never have said it, so stop thinking it. When you guys make all your videos because you want to use me as your platform, I can't stop you. I'm not going to stop you. But from this point going forward, I broke my own rules by being drama baited by assholes. And so I no longer will continue to be drama baited, all right? This YouTube world can get pretty heinous, and it can get pretty gross, and these people are a bunch of a-holes. And there's a lot of assholes on here, a lot of people with some good stuff to say too. And so I'm listening. And so you guys want me to change my tact? This channel now has become the place to do the serious videos, okay? The place to get into the dirt, the place to uncover the truth, the place to uncover all the back-end analytics and all the things that I can find legally within my purview. Okay? It is no longer going to be a place for drama. If you want to drama bait me, head over to the Dad Challenge channel. I'll be drama baited over there. Sure, I'll discuss shit that's going on over there. But no longer here. Okay? So, I just want to put to rest all that shit. And I don't care. You can come at me all you want. I copyright claimed YouTuber headlines. I'm not sorry for it. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. If you guys hate me for doing things like that because I'm creeped out by somebody, I can't stop you from hating me. It's within your purview to hate me. There's a door. I'll see you later. But what you've come here for is the truth about family vloggers and this battle that is ensuing right now because they're all coming after me. And you know what? Maybe I deserve it. Okay? I haven't been the nicest guy in the world, and I'm not going to change. Okay? I'm nice to those who deserve to have me be nice to them. Okay? If you rehome your adopted kid from China and then don't say anything about it and then just live your life and get 1 million subscribers, I'm not going to be nice to you. Yeah, I'm going to be very rude to you. And I don't care. If you use your kids on this platform, you exploit your children without their consent on this platform, I'm not going to be nice to you. I will call you names. Yep. But all the name calling and all the things that people have a problem with, my methods, those types of things, Dad Challenge channel. Because I know a lot of you do like that and you appreciate it. And there's reasons for that. It's not just vitriol and hate for the sake of being vitriolic and hateful, okay? I do those things because I like to bring them down a peg to show you the realness of them, the actual real and raw nature of the fakeness. And a lot of you find value in that. And that's great, and you should, because they're not real. And I want to let you guys know, and I have told you this 1,000,000 times too, that they're not real. And so when we uncover how unreal they are, it makes you feel a little bit better about not comparing yourself to them. And so that's what I do that for. And I won't stop. Cool? Great. So, but on this channel, now that I've regrouped and I've had a conversation with a bunch of people that I trust, What I'm going to do is lay this out to you in, I think, a 3-step game plan. And every 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you guys to head over to Rumble and subscribe to me on Rumble. Make your account. There's a not coupon code. It's like a referral code at the bottom. I guess I get a kickback if you join Rumble. Head over and join Rumble. I think you're going to see a lot of creators switch over to Rumble and Twitch in the coming years. Maybe not in the next few weeks or months or anything, but you're going to see a bunch of big time influencers and vloggers and big guys head over to Rumble as that channel grows over there. So I'm going to grow that until I'm booted off this channel. So I want to take the time out to make sure I take the time to make sure you guys head over to that channel on Rumble and subscribe to that. Make your own account over there, because if you're in for this fight, that's going to be where it's probably going to end up landing eventually. And on my Instagram, which you can like, make sure you head over there and go on Instagram and help me grow my platform and my channel over there and my voice as it gets bigger. So the plan going forward on the Dad Challenge podcast channel is to keep this shit straight, okay? If I'm getting so many haters saying that I'm so terrible at what I do, then okay. Hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit so you can shut your pie holes. On this channel, I'm going to focus on a 3-step process to protect children on YouTube. The first step of that process is to obviously uncover the family vloggers and their dirt. In a nice way, in a respectable way. I will try not to make fun of them too much. I will do it from a balanced perspective, and I will present the data and let you decide if you trust them, if you think they're fake, or if they're being the real deal, okay? I think that's the best way to go about this as I grow. Instead of just bringing people on and people considering me a bully and all that stuff, then maybe the best way is to remove the tactics that off-put a few people and then just bring everybody together, because I know I'm not going to be something for everybody, but if I can bring more people together by being real with the data and all the stuff that's not vitriolic, I think that's helpful. So let's do that. And so that means I am going to be uncovering channels like Fathering Autism, and I'm going to be uncovering the Ingham debacle, the Sam and Nia debacle. So part of that whole thing is going to be uncovering their past crazinesses, so that you understand the whole story. Because in the end, all these family vloggers are here for is to make money. That is all they do. There is no bringing awareness to things. It's just not the truth, okay? And so I'm going to be covering those from a balanced perspective with as much research as I can possibly give them, and present you the data and the information that I found. Now it's going to be up to you to decide how you feel about that information I give you. I'll try to be as balanced and as fair as possible when delivering those deliverables. How does that sound to you? Step 2. It is time to start the campaign. Below you will find a change.org petition, which we know does nothing, but at least brings attention. If we get enough people signing a petition about this and it's spreading, then at least we have something to say. Look at how many thousands of people are interested in the story, are interested in helping kids on YouTube and removing exploitation of kids on this platform. Again, my goal is not to remove family vloggers, deplatform them at all. My goal is simple. It is to lobby YouTube and other platforms to demonetize anything with underage kids on them. Kids who cannot legally consent, who cannot cognizantly consent, who just can't consent. And I've got a video coming out with Dr. Kirk on Saturday where we talk about consent from a professional, okay? A clinical psychologist, talking about the ramifications of consent and what it means for these family vloggers. And so it's again, no deplatforming happening here. Exposés, yes. But my ultimate end goal, and I hope that you guys can hear this and quote this in all your shitty channels, okay? Is to lobby YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the major platforms where kids are being exploited for money, to have them demonetize those channels and those platforms for kids. Taking away the ability for those families to make money off the backs of their children, inadvertently putting major pressure on them. You know, and in the parallel to that, and then, you know, a win-win would be to not only have them off so that they can, and one of the other big things is that they can retain their privacy as they get older. These kids have their entire worlds put on the internet, especially kids who are adopted, a big one. It should be an adopted child's choice whether or not they want the world to know they are adopted. Can we agree on that one? How about that? I do believe my kids have given me consent to talk about their adoption. I would never have told you that if I didn't ask them their consent about that. Now, can they give cognitive consent about being adopted? Everybody knows they're adopted in their whole life. They don't even call us their parents. They still call me Josh and they still call Kathy Kathy. So it's not like people are confusing us. But again, consent is key. And these parents who put out all of this freaking personal information about their kids needs to stop. So there. I think the one thing that I'm trying to achieve will achieve both things. So removing the ability to make money off your kids off this platform, watch what happens. And here's why it would work. Because watch what would happen. As soon as you take the ability to make money off your kids away from the parents, how much video content do you think there's going to be with them with their kids out there? Zero. And some will say, well, okay, well, maybe they'll grow their platform. They might not make AdSense, but they'll still grow their platform and become famous with their kids, and then they'll get ad sponsorship. And you're right, they will. And so if you head over to the problem with family vloggers - the DCP, it's time to go after advertisers and use our wallets to say, I no longer am going to support anybody who sponsors a family vlogger. And I will make a video about why the reasons are. The reasons is because we believe that these families are using their children. We believe that these families are exploiting their children's privacy and doing things without their consent because they are unaware of the negative ramifications to their future because we don't have any clinical data on what this actually means. Okay? When you see my interview with Dr. Kirk, it's going to be very, very eye-opening because it's troubling. And the fact that we're not erring on the side of caution, we're just doing it because there's no rules, doesn't mean we should be doing it. Okay? Whenever there's money involved, they're the ones that want to be protected the most. And in this case, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? And so I think if YouTube was forced, and Instagram and TikTok and all the major platforms were forced to remove any content that was making money with minors, cool. And if that's not the case, if you guys think that's too far and that's too much, then at least lobby for the idea of a Coogan law for kids on YouTube, okay? Something like that. Putting in place protections for their futures and what parents are allowed to share, what they're not allowed to share, how much money they're allowed to make, how many hours the kids get to work, and all that stuff. Because right now, there's no protections. There are zero. And that is crazy. So how are we going to achieve that? Well, that's step 3. We are going to target politicians, famous people, anybody who wants to hear this, who is against the exploitation of children. Now, I know I made a video about Philip DeFranco, and a lot of people have come out and said he's not going to hear you because they have their own family vlog. I did not know that. That sucks. But I still did it, and I will still continue to do that. So that is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to come after sponsors and say, I no longer, and you need a lot of people to be on board for a type of adpocalypse that this is going to make it happen. If this happens and this continues to happen, these advertisers will no longer advertise on YouTube's platform that have kids, and YouTube will make it their mission to say, sorry, YouTube families, our wallet matters more than your shitty content. Because in the end, if they lose more money, that's the only way they're going to change this. All it's also going to take in the future for YouTube to change these rules is one of these kids to come of age, sue the shit out of their family, and then they're going to sue the shit out of YouTube for not protecting them. There's a lot of teenagers on these channels coming of age in the next few years. It's going to take one big fallout. And unfortunately, when something bad does happen, and I swear to God, I hope it doesn't, but we all know it's going to happen because this world is full of sick assholes who target these people, okay? Kendall from Our Life has already stated in multiple videos, and I'm going to cover a video tomorrow about that girl on Instagram that went viral with her story about her kids almost being kidnapped, and we're going to break it down. People are being targeted. And so unfortunately, it's going to take something crazily drastic to happen before anybody makes a change. And that's just the way the world works. And that really sucks. Because enough people need to start hearing this. You know, hear this from Dr. Kirk on Saturday as well. He said, the reason things don't change is because the money is being protected. Not enough people know about this thing. When the movement starts happening and more people start understanding what's going on, the more people start raising a stink, raising a voice, talking to their politicians, to the influencers in the culture, then it starts to change. So we have to get the message out. And it's a simple message. I don't think any parent worth their salt would agree that using your kids for money is good. It's not smart. Sorry. No good parent can say that that's okay. And if you have an argument against that, let me know, because I'd love to hear it. When would it ever be okay to put that amount of pressure on your kids? That your income and everything you make is based on your children. It needs to be the other way around. You're to protect your kids, you're to provide for your kids, not the other way around. Your kids are not to provide and protect you. That's just not how the parenting works. And these family vloggers don't give a shit. Okay? So those are the 3 steps. I don't know if my brain kind of went off. 3 steps. Uncover the craziness. Always and with with data, fact-driven proof, and not swearing. I'll try my best, okay? With no vitriol, with just straight facts, and you disseminate it as I give it to you, okay? Number 2, lobby YouTube, TikTok, and all the major platforms to remove underage kids from their platform. You're not even supposed to have an Instagram till you're 13. TikTok as well. None of them follow their own rules, and nobody seems to give a shit, and it's really scary. Okay, so if enough people make a stink about it, so be it. And that's the one way to do that is through the politicians of our countries. And I will start lobbying my politicians here in Canada so that maybe we can use Canada as a benchmark or a testing ground to see how this works. Because Canada can say, YouTube, we don't want you to, any Canadian family that monetizes their kids, we are going to put in Coogan laws or things like that so that you cannot monetize it. Canada can be a place that starts this. Canada's, you know what, for as small as we are, we do a lot of forward-thinking things as a testing ground for how it's going to work for the rest of the world. We're very good at that. So I will promise you that I will lobby my politicians and everybody close to me in my sphere of influence to make sure that it can't happen here. There's not very many family vloggers in Canada. I'm sure there's a couple. But I will start it here. And if you guys are on board for this mission, by signing this change.org thing, and I'm going to ask you guys periodically a lot to reach out to your local politicians to see how we can get this heard. And eventually it's going to be heard by the right person one day, and this thing is going to snowball into oblivion is what's going to happen. It will. I promise if we keep talking about it, it will snowball. You guys I'm on everybody's radar for how bad I am for doing this, okay? So clearly the conversation is happening. Clearly people are passionate about this, okay? So I will be asking you to do your part in this fight, okay? And then third, obviously, is to do another adpocalypse. Unfortunately, that's how we got to roll here. And so when an advertiser is like, and advertisers know what they're not dumb. They may spend millions of dollars and they have lawyers galore and they have everybody in behind the scenes. They know who they're advertising to, and they're not going to do they're not going to do an effing thing until it affects their bottom line. And so we have to affect their bottom line. We have to make it socially unacceptable to be connected to family vloggers who exploit their children. We have to make it like, nah, you shouldn't do that. It needs to be like a bad thing. It really needs to be like, I can't believe you did that. The conversation is going to take a long time to get there, but we need to make it like, family vloggers? No thanks. Right? We need to make it, you have to shift people's ideologies on what it is that these families are doing. It looks innocent on the outside. It looks, it's just entertainment and blah, blah, blah. It's just not. We have to make it so that it's like, that's gross what you're doing, because it is gross what they're doing. It is nasty. And so I'm going to continue to do that. And so here on out, I solemnly swear to not be drama baited by assholes anymore. I will not. You can make 1 million videos about me, YouTuber headlines. Go for it. I will no longer ever respond to drama baiting. Okay? Say whatever you want. My mission and my focus is now clear. I'm going to do the thing. I'm not going to stop until it's over. This channel now has become dedicated to anti-MLM, anti-family vlogging, and uncovering the truth about the modern church. It's kind of what I've been doing anyway, but I'm just going to do it a little bit more serious because I do take this seriously. And I want to make sure people know that I take this seriously. And it's important that as this message grew, inadvertently, I didn't even realize it was going to get this big, that I changed tact because I want to make sure I bring everybody on board and not kick out people I don't think belong in this little clique. Because I think this is a place for everybody to come join in and fight. People who hate me, I think everybody hates the exploitation of children. I really do believe that, except for the people who exploit their children. They love it because they get paid. So, but I also make this promise on my other channel. I will have some fun. I still have to be me. I still have to do the things that kind of initially brought you guys all here. And I promise I'll continue to do that on the other channel. And then when that gets shut down, I'll continue to do it on Rumble. Because I definitely want to make sure that you guys realize how fake these people are. And that's my way of doing that. And you might not like it. So don't head over there if you don't like that part of me. But I promise on this side, that things are changing as of today. And so this week, I'm going to be, hopefully, I can't actually start posting on the Dad Challenge podcast until Saturday, unless I get struck in from there until that point. We'll see how this goes. But otherwise, I'm going to start releasing all my stuff on Rumble. Okay? And that's going to be starting. So I'm going to be uncovering fathering autism is one of my big ones that's been on my radar for a long time. They're always in my comment sections trying to like sway people, and they're just not being smart about what they're doing. Again, I wasn't actually going to come after fathering autism in a really vitriolic way at all. I was actually going to come at very balanced, fair, with just some questions. And then he decided to come at me in my DMs and call me a bunch of names, and literally is not the person that you think he is, just based on my conversation with him, okay? Comes across as this nice guy. This guy is crazy. You think I'm crazy? Maybe I'm a little bit. This guy's nuts, okay? So I'm not going to do what they're going to do. I'm going to ignore the drama baiting. And I'm not going to say it's hate, because I don't think they're hating. I think they're just trying to grow their platforms by using my name, and that's okay. I want to shout out to a bunch of channels who do support this. Mysterious T came out with an incredible video breaking down why people are coming after me. Even though I'm not going to go after them anymore, I'm done with that whole T world. But Mysterious T, you did an incredible video. I consider you an ally. And Mysterious T, if you want to come on board for this anti-family vlogging adventure with me, because you're so good at what you do, I offer this, whatever I can give you to help you do what you need to do, and I will prop you up and make sure people subscribe. Right now, take a few seconds, guys. Head over to Mysterious T. There's a link below. Subscribe to Mysterious T. She's going to be an incredible voice in this fight. I do think so. Okay? I couldn't believe how well researched her thing was. I know it was in support of me, and I'm being biased, but man, was it good. And if she would have done a video against me in that type of the way that she did it, I would have been like, I'm done here. She's very good. Spill, 1.4 million subscribers, did a video on Micah the other day. Thank you. You used me in your video, and I love it. I just bringing awareness to this. You guys can use anything you want of mine. I'll give it to you freely. If you want to come after family vloggers, use any of my content free of use. I will never, ever come after you. Ever once, never. Also, there's been Tom Harlock who's come after them. There's been, for all the family vlogger, for all the commentary channels and channels that have come after Micah for this massive thing, you started a conversation. I want to encourage you to continue coming after all family vloggers. They're all just as bad. They might not have rehomed adopted kid from China, but they have definitely opened up the conversation to the exploitation of children, and now we're really, really seeing it. And the dangers of it, not only of violating their privacy for their entire lives, but the dangers of the maps and the predators that are watching them and following them and targeting them, which we know they are based on their videos. So I would encourage you in this, and anything you need from me. Oh, I also want to shout out my girl Brit Glow. I want to shout out It's Brit Glow standing up for me. Manda Pants for standing up for me. Oh, there's so many. I wish I could say all of them. I want to shout out Shay Lee. I did an interview with her. She did an incredible job at saying why she was taking her kids off, and she was a big voice in this. Also want to shout out Laurel Bonfanti. She's been doing some videos. Stephanie Speaks. People, you know, I agree that I should just be calling you guys out when you make a video for me, because that's just what we should be doing here. Anybody ever needs help with a channel and you want to join this fight, and you think that this is a voice that you have and you have something good to say and you want to come on this fight and you need help with your YouTube channel, please reach out to me. I will help you. Okay? There's a lot of people doing some great things. Truthy, Mr. Nut, Glare, Annie, Illuminacy, everybody that's on board for this, I really appreciate your support in this, okay? And don't forget Sloan, the Prince of YouTube. Thank you for your support too, bro. I got your back all the way. Again, I'm not going to apologize for anything. This is not an apology video, everybody. I'm not going to change the way I do things. This is me. I'm authentically myself. I'm not going to change it because people don't like me. That's just the way it is. Unless I'm doing something wrong, specifically like morally wrong, then I'll change it. But at this point, these people that are coming against this whole thing, they are inadvertently standing up, and in some cases are saying those words, especially when it comes to James Stauffer and stuff like that. And so the best way to avoid all that drama and to just, and it's not about living in an echo chamber, okay? An echo chamber, if you want to call this an echo chamber, so be it. But if it's an echo chamber for against the exploitation of children, I'm okay with that echo chamber. If the language is about always fighting against child exploitation, that's a good echo chamber to be in. But I never encourage you ever to go send hate or leave comments or down votes or anything to any commentary that's coming after me. The only way that you're going to stop the shit is by ignoring the shit. It is their worst nightmare for you to ignore them. For those of you who were in my corner before and no longer in my corner, I'm sad to see you go. Especially guys like BX who are in my corner but no longer in my corner. I get it. This is a fickle place to be in, and I understand how people's mindsets can shift and change as the shifting winds go, and people want to come after me. There's like 18 videos about me out there, how bad I'm a Micah Stauffer stalker and all this stuff. Go for it. But from this point forward, I'm going to listen to my own damn advice, and I should have listened to it a long time ago. It's adult time. It's time to ignore the drama and stop being in high school and start fighting for the real fight. If you're on board for that, awesome. If you're not, still awesome, but not as awesome. You're still a very valuable person in this world no matter what you fight for. As long as you don't exploit kids. If you exploit kids and you stand up for people who exploit kids, you are not a valuable person, okay? You are a scourge in society. For those of you predators out there who might be watching this stuff, you stop targeting children. Get the help that you need. Family vloggers who are definitely watching this, just take into consideration all the things that have been happening right now. Why are you so scared right now? There's got to be a reason that you're scared. What is that reason? Is it because I'm just being an asshole to you? It's got to be a reason you're getting hundreds of comments in your Instagram. It's got to be a reason people are waking up. It's got to be a reason 4 or 5 other family vloggers are coming out and saying, I'm not putting my kids on here anymore. There has to be a reason this conversation is shifting. I implore you to just listen. Half of you are so successful that if you took your kids off the channel, you might see a tiny dip in subscribers. But do you really want people on your channel who are just there for your kids? Do you? Because y'all say they're not there for the kids. You say they're there for you. And so put your money where your mouth is. Take your kids off the platform. Do your channels. Cook your food and do your cookbooks and make cookies and clean your windows and vacuum and all that stuff. Go for it, man. Creative stuff is great. People find great value in that. Go for it. But I encourage you to just think this through before something bad happens and you are on the wrong side of history. Because you know as soon as something bad happens in this world with one of these family vloggers' children, all of you are going to be like, we support you and you're going to take your kids off and I should have listened. The warning is right here. The warning is right here. This is the moment you have to say, Sakona Jolies, you guys are so popular. You don't need your kids. You would still make a bunch of money. I know you get a bonus and you get more when you use your kids. But are you okay with being a millionaire? You know, are you okay with having $5 million and not $100 million? Is that okay? Can that be cool? Anybody who uses your kids, the wife's life, take down the problematic videos, take your kids off. The wife's life would fall apart though without their kids. I'm just saying, if you think you're right about this and that it's not about your kids, take them off, prove me wrong. Any family vlogger who does the right thing by taking the children off their channels and stopping exploiting them, I will remove every bit of content about you. I will praise you to the high heavens. I will send you gifts of Canadian treats. I will applaud you. I will say thank you. I will think that you're amazing for doing that because you're listening to the warning. All these people saying these things can't be wrong. Everybody sees the problem and the direction it's going to. The government doesn't do anything about it because the government has no idea what's going on because they don't know how social media works. And social media platforms and lobbyists do that on purpose. So we need to find the people who have their heads on straight in the halls of politics that can help us fight this battle. So, no apologies here. None. I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm not sorry for what I'm going to continue to do. Okay? It brought you here for a reason. All these smaller channels that are hating me for growing to the level I grew at, grow up. It's not a competition. We can all be in this together. Okay? It's not a competition. It really isn't. So, not an apology. I will continue to do the thing that brought you to my channel. The snark and the craziness and swearing and all the fun and bringing them down a peg or 2 or 5 or 6, it's going to continue to happen. The snark ring will always be here. And I will be doing that on the other channel because I do hear and I'm listening. And none of you guys, all the other freaking creators, are listening to your fans or your followers, and you just continue to double down and do the shit. I mean, in some world, wouldn't it be amazing to prop each other up all the time? And I'm just as guilty for falling into that drama baiting bullshit as anybody else. But I am for lifting up other creators and always will be. Always will be. But if you come at me with hate, how can I? So, get on board. Don't have to listen to me. You don't even have to say anything about me or anything like that. I don't want to be the frickin' famous person, the head of this movement. I don't. I would prefer everybody to just take the mantle up and go for it. I think if I know your channel, Camellia and YouTuber Headlines and Creepshow Art and all the people who hate me, why don't you try doing a video with all the data I'm going to give you for free, all the analytics and the problem with family vloggers? Try doing a video on that and just see what happens. See what happens with the content. See what happens with the comment section and everything else. When you're doing something positive for the world, instead of always just drama baiting and bringing no drama for no reason. Really, we are adults here. I'm just as guilty as you are for falling into this drama bait bullshit. No longer. I shouldn't have done it, and I did it once before, and I should have listened, and I'm stupid for it. But no apologies. I mean everything I say. I stand behind it, unless I make an apology for it, like I did with Gabrielle Weiss' video with her biological dad, and the video about Michael Long where I apologize to him. If I have to come and apologize, I have no problem doing so. But I'm going to try not to have to do that, because I do listen, and I do understand. And now I understand that I do have a platform, and I take this shit very seriously. So, are you with me? Can we do this together? I don't know. Some of you won't want to. Maybe I'm too far gone in some of your minds, and that's okay. I don't blame you. It is what it is. But just do me a favor, and just make sure that you're protecting the kids around you. If you hate me, you don't want to see this and all that stuff, and go on the other channels and leave shitty comments about me, cool. But do me a favor, though. Make sure you're looking out for kids first. Drama second, look out for kids first. Can we be, I think as humans, that is a good place to be. Right? Wow. I definitely had a damn big video to drop about YouTuber headlines, and I'm like, I just thought to myself, why am I doing this shit? Again, I'm always going to look back on this and say, are my kids going to be proud of what I'm doing on this platform? Is my legacy that I leave here going to be a good one? Or am I going to turn into the villain after being the hero? Right? You live long enough, you end up becoming the villain. I don't ever want to be the villain. I want to always be against child exploitation. And however I get there, how many lessons I have to learn to get there, how many changes I have to make in my personality, I'll do it. Because that matters more than my ego. That matters more than my truth. It matters more than anything else. And that the message matters more than all this bullshit going on YouTube right now. Do what you're going to do on YouTube. It's your social media currency. But do me a favor and protect kids. So head over to Instagram. Please help me grow that platform. Head over to Rumble. Help me grow that, because I'm definitely going to be gone on this channel soon. And you know what? In the end, in the next 5-10 years, when YouTube finally decides to do the thing they were supposed to do years ago because something terrible happened, I'm not going to say I told you so. But the warnings are here, everybody. They're already here. It's already been some crazy shit. Like that girl, that singer, what's her name, who got attacked by one of her fans and got killed. There's just too much creepy stuff going on. So family vloggers, here's a little piece of advice for you if you're watching this real quick before I go. All your P.O. boxes and all those things you think are protected, all the gifts that you get and all that stuff, find another way, or find a no-name person who doesn't know who you are to continue to pick up your packages. Someone pointed out something to me the other day, and it's so scary with all these people being targeted on their Instagrams and all they're talking about the kids being kidnapped. These people are getting smarter, okay? And I'm going to, this is dangerous for me to even say this, because none of you are going to listen otherwise, so maybe you'll listen here. Stop going to pick up packages at your P.O. box. Predators could be watching your P.O. box because you have it on your channel. They could be sitting there in the parking lot waiting for you to show up. Could be days. They will do that. Predators are crazy. They will do whatever it takes to get what they want. And if they're waiting outside your post office box building, waiting for you to come in, they can follow you home. Listen to me. Spread this message to any family vlogger that you love. And even if you don't love them, spread this message. Family vloggers, remove your P.O. boxes from your addresses. Or find a different way to get those packages or whatever you need so that you can't be targeted. That's a big one. Someone said that to me and it blew my mind, how the simplicity of it, that a predator can just find you in 2 seconds. So I know what that sounds like. It sounds like I'm giving predators information. These predators have this information. They know what they're doing. I'm telling you because maybe you're listening to this video. To remove your P.O. boxes, change it, and hire somebody, because you're all quite wealthy, or get a neighbor to pick that shit up for you, or whatever it is. Okay? That you no longer do those things. We have to make sure that, at least if you hate me, fine, but do the thing that's going to protect your kids, please. Okay? You are valuable. You are incredible. Don't let the storms in your life ever let you forget that. Okay? There's been storms in my life. The anxiety is real in my life right now. The hate in the videos and everybody coming after me. It gets to you. And I'm not going to lie. It gets to you. And they love the fact that people are sitting there laughing at me, that it gets to me and it gives me anxiety and it makes me sad. They love it. They love that. Hear that. Okay? It's not lost on me when I make these vitriolic videos about Mike and stuff. They hate that. But let's be real. They did something heinous and they deserve it. Get off the platform if you don't like it. Remove your channels. Do it. Remove your kids at minimum. And I will remove everything. That is always going to be my solemn promise to any family vlogger I come after and expose. If you remove the problematic content, I will remove everything about you and I will praise you to the end of time. Maybe I'll get you guys a trophy. Maybe I'll send you one of these if you do it. Hey? How about that? Anyway, I hope that you guys have an incredible day. I hope this message is well received. I hope that you guys can spread this word and continue this fight with me. And for those of you who have lost your confidence in me, I get why. This place is fickle. this fight stays straight from this point forward on this channel. I'll make you that promise. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow.